cabin 9200. The first thing you see are these beautiful windows. We're actually in Leefu today, New Caledonia, so we've had absolutely beautiful view all day. It has rained on and off, but yeah, the sun's out now. We're getting ready to sail away in about an hour. So this is 9200. It's got a very large living space. So there's 2 wardrobes here. Only one has some shelves, which we've moved in. We're on about day 6 of our trip now. Hanging space, and then these 2 hanging space and life jackets. Oh, and spare bedding. Then we've got this space here, which we have our shoe baskets in. There is a sensor light under this door. As you walk past, it lights up, so I've covered it a little bit with our shoes because it's a bit bright. There's actually 2 thermostats in this cabin. We don't know which one controls which thing, but they're both on as cold as they can be, and it still gets quite warm in here because of those massive windows. So we did ask for a fan because it was just too hot in here. This is the bathroom, which is just a standard Carnival Splendor bathroom. Obviously, yep, it's got all our stuff in here because we've moved in. We have one of those baskets for our dirty washing as well. Yeah, pretty standard in here. We also travel with a nightlight because it can be very bright if you put the light on in the middle of the night. And we have our toothpaste and toothbrush caddy that just sticks to the mirror with a little bit of water on it. There is a single line in the shower, but for 4 of us it's not really useful. Bit of hanging on the door here, and that mirror has a zoomed in function on it. Then we've got the bed. So it's interesting for this cabin that it doesn't have the new lamps yet. All the other cabins got them years ago. So there's no USB chargers by the bed, like in the newer cabins. And just enough room for hubby's CPAP machine, and he's unplugged that lamp. This is usually a lounge if there's only 2 people in this cabin, or 3, because we've had it before where we had our son set up on the actual lounge as a bed. You can see it's quite large. And then our daughter was over here in the corner in her cot. We've had this cabin, I think, for 4 cruises now. So it's grown with us, it's working well. So now our kids are 8 and 5. So that's a cushion from the lounge when it's made as a lounge, as a divider between them, and they both sleep pretty good. There's an extra table here, and we've got another one here. They're usually covered in the kids' bits and pieces, but we have this little spot over here in the corner where we keep all their toys and stuff on this table basically. This little window here, that's like a painted or a contact film on the window, and it doesn't really work very well early in the morning. That's quite a pain because the sun just comes straight through it. And then there's 2 little tub chairs which we have facing the windows. You can see on this side I've tried to jimmy up a way for the shutter to close fully. It does go all the way down, but you can see that some people haven't treated it very well. Then over this side, this is where we have all our backpacks and bits and pieces. In here is the fridge, which is very cool. We've got drawers. That's where our youngest keeps her clothes and our snacks. And then the TV and just a few shelves again. And there's a little stool under here and then a little pull-out drawer that's behind the fan. There's room under the beds for suitcases. I'll show you this. This is the controller for the windows. So you just push down and you'll see on this one where it's all kind of ruined. I'll put it down a bit further. I'll walk over there. And you can see something's happened to it. I think the first time we stayed in this cabin, this was already happening, and that was in November 2023. But yeah, that one just doesn't want to work properly. So I'm using like pull towels to try and cover up all the gaps. And then the other side's pretty perfect. It goes all the way down. Takes a while though, hurts your finger. But yeah, I'll show you the difference with that one. See, it doesn't have all of the broken bits and it seems to go to the edge correctly. So yeah, I'm imagining somebody had something up on this windowsill and forgot, and then this came down and got all messed up. But yeah, it's a fabulous cabin. It's right at the front of the ship. It does get pretty rocky though, so if you don't like the swell and don't travel well, then I would recommend not booking this cabin. Oh yeah, and there's a couple of power points down here too, so that's good for working on your laptop. You can plug it in, or your phone while you're sitting here and charging it. Yeah, so it's right at the front of the ship, so it's a fair walk from like the buffet and that. But yeah, we love this cabin, and we've, as I said, have booked it a few times now. Our favorite cabin.